let's rewind all the way back as far as we can. And, this is the cliche question, but I'm always so curious. There's a few questions I'm always personally curious about, which I don't even know if other people do. It's if you're a wrestling fan and the pandemic in wrestling, because I find both fascinating. Were
Right.
you a wrestling fan growing up, and when did you first become aware of it?
I can't tell you the year or my age necessarily. I can tell you my first wrestling memory, and if anybody, a lot of people will still recognize this person. Um, but my first wrestling memory is Danny Hodge, and
Oh, wow.
Danny Hodge had a amazing amateur career, was a Golden Gloves boxer. Um, And then later in life, before his death, he was, I think, the Oklahoma City Athletic Commission president. So, spanned, I don't know, 70 years. But my first wrestling memory was the classic loser leaves town, uh, but the babyface came back under a mask and everybody knew it was him. And that was my memory of Danny Hodge because he lost the match. Everybody was shocked. And he comes back in a plain black mask and black trunks, and all the heels are trying to prove to the world that that's who it is, but they can't get the mask off of him. And for some reason, that really connected with me. He had a amazing feud with Skandar Akbar, and later on, I got to travel with Ak, got to pick his brain, got to do some stuff with Danny Hodge, and so those kind of things really register. But that's my first wrestling memory. I was definitely a fan. I grew up in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and centrally located as far as wrestling is concerned. I got Memphis wrestling in the morning, so I got Lawler and Boogie Woogie and all those guys, and then every Saturday afternoon I got Georgia Championship Wrestling. So I got Four Horsemen, Ric Flair. I got Road Warriors, all of those guys. Have still stuck with me. All of those mask guys always really register. They hit something with me. Mr. Wrestling #2 I was a huge fan. Mass Superstar, the Assassins, all of those guys. And then at night I got World Class. So I got Texas Wrestling. I got the Von Erichs. So early on, I got a variety of wrestling, and I don't know. I hate to say I fell in love, but it's something that just stuck with me still sticks with me.
That's actually like such a sweet spot because,
Yeah.
if you ask a lot of people, especially fans and, long time, like, for example, Jim Cornette, he'll talk about it a lot. Oftentimes, the three best, quote unquote, best territories were the three you just listed, and you had them all at once in your.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I go back and I've told that story, and my mom, who is 98, used to say, "I don't remember you watching that." But I scheduled my Saturdays around those things, and I guess I was born in '64, so my first wrestling memory would have been probably in the late '60s, early '70s, and we were very fortunate that I got to watch those. But then I don't know, maybe every 6 months, twice a year, um, we get basically what becomes the NWA. We got Mid South that would come through Pine Bluff, Arkansas, at the convention center.